Hi, in today's video I just want to talk through the colouring of the canvas before we start to paint it. So in the last video we looked at how to seal the drawing, and you'll notice now that I've put a sort of a coloured wash, a neutral coloured wash on the painting. So you might hear this referred to as imprimatura, which is Italian for first layer. So and I find it very valuable, so I'd really just like to explain why that is and how it helps me with the painting. So for me, if you paint on a white canvas, it's much more difficult to think about the tones, or the values, i.e. the light or darkness of a particular part of the painting, with a stark white background. So if you put a mid-tone on the painting, like this, it's just a brown wash, then it helps a lot when it comes to thinking about the values as you put them on the painting. So if you're putting, as a good example, if you're putting sort of light colours down, they stand out. You've got some reference against them. This is not like watercolour where you're thinking about the absence of paint for your lights. You're actually going to apply paint, and you need to think about the value of that particular paint that you're putting down. So I find this helps a great deal in terms of just thinking about those values. There are some artists who will take this one step further and actually paint in one colour with different values, i.e. darkness and lightness, the aspects of the painting. So for instance, this bit here is a dark area. So they would actually paint that in this colour, this sort of brown colour that I've used. They would paint that in and use that, and perhaps white bits off where it's lighter. So again, to help the painting process. I don't go that far, but I do find that this is particularly helpful. It's probably worth also talking about the choice of colour. I think fairly neutral colours are helpful. In this case, I've just gone this is an acrylic wash, not oil. It's an acrylic wash of burnt umber, just diluted and applied evenly on the canvas. You can use other colours, but you need to think about the painting as you do that. And the times when I have used other colours have been where, well, actually, the last time was I was going to use a burnt sienna, which is a little bit perhaps more orangey than this, and actually some of the tones on the painting were very close to burnt sienna, and that just becomes a little bit unhelpful because it detracts from your ability to think about what colour you're putting down and what value you're also trying to put down, because it was just a bit too close to elements of the painting. So in that case, I actually went for a violet wash. So you can use whatever colour you like. The neutral tones, like the earth tones, burnt sienna, burnt umber, those sorts of things are quite helpful, but there are plenty of people that go for blues, reds, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as it's helpful to you, and I would recommend it, really. I don't go as far as sort of painting in the lights and darks in this one colour, and that's often referred to as grisaille. So you might hear that term, and that's really painting it in one colour, so that then they apply coloured layers on top of that. I don't do that, but that is something that you might come across. So this is now ready for painting. Just in terms of the actual application itself, I get a little tray, a little bit of water in the bottom, and in this case I've used burnt umber. It's a Liquitex a acrylic, and just literally about that much of a squirt, and then I mix it in. What you need to do though is just make sure that you mix it in well so that there's not bits and blobs of paint. Otherwise you'll find that you'll be putting the colour down, you'll end up with a squidge of paint and it'll look similar to your pencil lines and it'll sort of start to become messy. So I just do spend a little bit of time just making sure that paint is properly mixed with the water with a small stiff brush, and then I apply it using the same sort of brushes that I used for the gesso application, which you saw a few videos ago. So again, you know, it's just an easy application. Let it dry, and now we've got a lovely smooth surface with the right sort of tone and all our pencil marks to work from. I hope that's useful. If you have any questions, points, then please, as ever, get in touch. I'd love to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.